It is Christmas that first makes the absolute claims of Christ. Like the diagnosis of a doctor, every other religion says that good enough living will save us. But like a soul specialist, Christianity examines our hearts and says that actually we're all terminal unless we take Christ, that it's Jesus who saves us. Every Christmas tree is shadowed by the cross tree. It's at the tree that God does heart transplants. He takes your heart and does surgery. Christianity doesn't make narrow-minded claims. It makes a different kind of diagnosis. In the care of our own souls, Christianity isn't so much about exclusiveness, but effectiveness. What will actually save us? Everyone everywhere looks forward to Christmas. And it's the joy of Christmas that offers the gift of exclusiveness. Jesus is the only way, because of his effectiveness to save the terminal soul. He will save God with us. He disarms himself of heaven so that you can take him in arms on earth. He comes as a baby because he's done with barriers. He comes vulnerable because he knows the only way to intimacy with us is through vulnerability with us. You can't get to intimacy except through the door of vulnerability. So God throws open the door of this world and enters as a baby, as the most vulnerable imaginable, because he wants unimaginable intimacy with you. What religion ever had a God that wanted such intimacy with us that he came with such vulnerability to us? What God ever came so tender we could touch him, so fragile we could break him, so vulnerable that his bare beating heart could be hurt? Only the one who loves you to death. Only the God who had to come back to get you. Only the God who could risk vulnerability, pay the price for your iniquity because he wanted nothing less than intimacy. It cost him everything to be with you. Who will spend a fraction of time just to be with him? Who wants the gift of his presence? Christmas is about God doing whatever it takes to be with us, and our doing whatever it takes to be with him. He climbed over from the throne in heaven to get to you. Climb over the throes of Christmas to get to him. There are candles to be lit. There is space to be made. John Wesley died with the words on his tongue, "The best of all is God is with us." These could be the words we live with in our hearts. They could be the ever beat of our heart, like the thrum of love coming close. And come Christmas Eve, your God will come close and extend out on straw. Your God is coming to lay himself down in your mire. Your God is coming to unfold himself in the stench you want to hide, in the mess that is your impossible, in the muck straw you don't want anyone to know about. Wherever you are, in a soundless cry or hidden brokenness or in your ache, God always wants to be with you. You are not ever left alone in this. God is with you. This is love you can't comprehend. You can only feel and touch this kind. There in the place you feel small, you can touch God. He came in the flesh. Come Christmas Eve on a chilled night under stars, there will be no grand mass of people whose efforts pry the stars into place. There will be no great host whose good works unlatch heaven and impress God into coming. At the foot of the cradle of Christ, like at the foot of the cross of Christ, there will be no big people, no powerful, no proud. There will be only those who tramp to the manger with nothing. There will only be the manger tramps, the men who lay down all the self-made, the women who lay down all the self-sufficiency, the children who lay down all the wants. We, the manger tramps, who kneel where thrones tremble and demons fall, and the self-made crumble, and the self-righteous weep. There will only be manger tramps who tramp in with all our poverty of spirit, with all our brokenness, all our own emptiness, so there can be an abundance of God. And the bulk and weight, that burden you've been carrying that's been making you weary, it slips right off your back. Yeah, you have tried to polish enough, tried to be enough, tried to be acceptable enough for him with these rags. You've tried to patch together so much for him. You've tried to produce too much for him with these rags. And we who are the manger tramps will come close to that manger, crush it, see it, what he's written in red on all our filthy rags. You don't have to earn my love. You simply have to turn toward my love. Make a space and turn. All of conquered heaven and grateful earth echo and throb tonight with the heart cry of the God child. Grace is weightless. Come, kneel close. Let the warm breath of heaven fall on you. God waits to be held. God waits for you to draw close. Grace is weightless. God comes as a babe because grace is weightless. You know that thing that you've been walking around carrying? Let it go, because you need empty hands so he can give you the greatest gift, himself, the abundance of God. You can always have as much of God as you want. Let this Christmas, over all of us manger tramps, let's hear the beating of angel wings come close, a whole vast host, as if the sky will lift with a light that isn't of the sun or of the stars or of this world. And angels will lean in near the mystery so large that has become the babe so small, and they will catch light like catching fire. One star hovering too close to the infinite gods become infant and combusting bright. And the flame of it all grazed the shepherds up on the hills, and they blazed full of wonder to the source, to the stable where the stars seemed dim in the incarnated brilliance of the light of the world. The shepherds that holy night got to hear from angels. The shepherds were lit by the angels. Everyone else that night got to hear from the shepherds, got to hear the news from the kindled, heart-burning shepherds who went and told everyone. When your heart burns, you're a flame match for other hearts. When you're a manger tramp who came with nothing but your ragged heart, and you leaning close over that creche, when you've beheld his glory, the white heat of a love like this, an acceptance like this, a relief like this, who doesn't tramp out of the manger and into the world with a heart glowing like hot embers in your chest? A heart like this could catch the world on fire. Christ came into the world for you, and you came into the world for him. The world will be still soon. There will be lingering, longing. We will long for this wonder to all go on. One Christmas candle will flame in the quiet. This cannot fade. None of this can ever fade. For unto us a child is born. Unto us a son is given. God is with us. God stays with us. The Christmas candle will burn hot and give its light, and the world lights up. And Christmas will go on forever now in us. Christ, the greatest gift, the perfect gift, Emmanuel, the one needed gift who stays with us for all our days.